Hi, we're here with Kyra, and I feel like I should bring some champagne. It's like we did it. I feel like this is my success too. We did it. Yeah. Congratulations.
Thank you.
We finally are graduating Riker. Yes. Yes. And so we started training with Riker. He was at your peak, no other way to put it, but badass time. He was about 6 months or so. His hormones were raging, and you were about to pull your hair out because you had 2 babies.
Yes.
So why did you call for training?
Because I had 2 babies. I had a 6-month-old, pretty much a 6-month-old at the time, and a 1.5-year-old.
Right.
So I wanted Riker to learn boundaries,
right,
mostly for them.
Right.
Like I wanted them to learn how to train him, and I wanted him to learn that he needed to respect them.
Right, how to interact with them. So why did you and your husband decide to get a dog when you had 2 babies?
Because we're crazy.
No, seriously. A lot of parents, I mean, you want a dog for your kids. That's just the family deal, right?
But I think our main thing was we wanted him to, or I think our ideal goal was that we wanted Riker to grow up with our boys.
Right.
And at the time, before we got him, we were like, sounds like a great idea. And then as soon as we got him, we were like, probably not the best idea.
At this time.
Because I stay at home with them full time. So
Right.
I was the one physically taking all of it on my hands.
Right.
It wasn't really my husband who was taking that as his job. It was
you had a 3rd child.
Yes.
Right, exactly. So, I mean, we talked about that when we very first got together. And I kept telling you it was possible. And it wasn't easy, but you committed. So tell me, how come, well, no other way to put it, why is he still here?
Mainly because of you. Honestly, you made me believe it was possible to have a dog and to get past the hump of the toddler hump. Honestly, you told me that dogs go through toddler phases just like
kids.
Toddlers go through the toddler phase, and it made more sense to me when I put it like that because I had toddlers at the time.
Right.
So they were all going through literally the same thing at the same time. So when one wasn't listening, they all weren't listening. So whatever.
But you survived.
Yes.
So how beneficial was it, or did you like that we stretched the training out like over a year's time?
I loved it because it gave Riker so much more time to calm down for one, because of his breed. He's such a hyper dog in general that it gave him time to slow down, learn the commands, learn us, learn the kids, and be with us.
Right. And you can go out in the yard now, and I have a video of you going out in the yard, and he follows you around, and no problem. Did we ever have to shock him or be mean or a brute?
No.
Nope, never, not once. So what's your best part of the training that you think you learned?
Honestly, my favorite part is just being him just being a good family pet, honestly. Like, sometimes he's still hyper with other people when they come in, but he knows that he shouldn't jump on our kids, and he should respect our kids. So like when you watch him interact with our kids, he's usually probably the best mannered dog that you'd see, but like he might not be that to everybody that walks through the door, but that's cool with me because
that wasn't your goal.
We made it happen.
Right. Your goal was for your family.
Yeah.
And he wants to be sure who's coming in your house.
Yeah.
So what did you think of the crate training? Was that beneficial?
Oh, I absolutely love crate training. Nick and I believed in crate training before we even met you, and then as soon as we met you and you talked about it, we fell in love with you even more because it just kind of reiterated what we wanted out of a dog, because if we leave, we want to be able to trust that he has a home just like us, and we can trust what he's doing at home. Right. And I think that the crate is just as much his home, and he's happy there.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
absolutely,
I love it.
What I'm noticing as I see him walking around, he is such a emotionally secure dog. We talked about that a lot during the training too. Do you remember those things about their emotional level? And so many people don't understand that when you have a dog or a puppy, that you have to keep them emotionally secure. It isn't just about shocking them to make them follow a command. How's that going to affect them emotionally? Because long term, you could have a messed up dog. So he's a pet to you and the whole family and everybody.
Yeah.
Well, good. So show everybody your pictures. What'd you think of getting your pictures? Oh, you picked them up already?
Yep.
My bad. I thought they were still right there by you. Yeah, we got your little photo shoot with the kids and the family. Yeah. Yeah, and his little graduation pictures. I love that. And he's such a beautiful dog. Yeah, and it was so fun going over your photo book because the boys were little. How they've grown in a year. Yeah, they've grown up in a year. Puppyhood to adult.
I mean, this was just probably the worst.
Yeah, he was little bitty. Awesome.
Seeing Nathan tiny.
Awesome. So how did it or was it beneficial to you knowing that you can call your trainer anytime you had problems?
I loved it because even we stretched out the training so much that even when I had a problem, even if we were going 3 months without training, if I had a problem, I was like, hey, like, I'm uncomfortable with this. And we were having a lot of problems with Riker with others coming in being hyper, and you just gave us different tricks and how to deal with that, and it just made life so much easier just to be able to contact you whenever we needed to.
Yeah, and once you know what to do, it's like, oh, why did I not think of that?
Yeah.
Well, good. Well, congratulations.
Thank you so much.
I am so proud of you guys. I just can't tell you how proud I am. I'm serious. I'm so thrilled, and it's such an honor to work with you guys, and your boys are absolutely precious.
Thank you so much.
And it makes me happy to know that I don't want to cry. I feel like I've been a part of your boys having their first family pet.
You have been.
And that's really special to me. That's the part about doing this that I'm really thank God that he has me doing that. Because later on when you look through and when the boys are 16 and 17, you know, and they're looking back or then they're going, oh, remember Riker? And you're going to have all these memories.
Yep, and we still have them.
Yes, you do. And that's so special.
And that's what I'm thankful for.
Yes, and you learn so much. Hey, if it happens you have another dog, I'm still here.
Yes.
But you'll be a pro by then. You'll be a pro. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And tell Nick thank you as well.
Yes.
Such a pleasure to meet you, and thank you again for your faith and trust.
Thank you.
Oh, would you recommend the training?
Of course.
Thank you.